DC's next fighting game may not be Injustice. Let's talk about it. So, there's been rumors, I've already reported it. DC is working on another fighting game with NRS Studios. A lot of us assume it's going to be Injustice 3. Now, I'm not opposed to that. I love the Injustice games. I know not everybody does, but I've always found characters that I love. Nightwing, Power Girl, Red Hood, Starfire. There's always a character for me to play in those games, but they do need some changes. Although, it seems like DC might be teasing something, or maybe instead of Injustice 3, we get something alternate, and I think we actually know what we might be getting. So, DC just launched the DC KO as a new series, which is basically a multi-man superhero, male and female, fighting tournament filled with different characters from the DC universe, all fighting it out in a tournament. If that is not the most fighting game coded thing I've ever heard, it just writes itself. So above me, we actually have the full bracket of characters. So you see people like Power Girl, you see people like Jay Garrick, Bistaro, Batwoman. There's so many different people you can actually pick from. It makes me wonder, how many of these characters would you actually want in a fighting game? Now, I know people like Starro, which is a little starfish, will not actually be in a fighting game potentially, but a character like Lobo can come back. A character like Giganta, who was in the backgrounds of Injustice 1, could be in the fighting game. And I mean, I do agree with everyone. Injustice might not be for everybody. It might be going stale. So instead of making an Injustice 3, what if you rebrand it with this new tie-in as DCKO? It's a new fighting game under a new banner. It can still be the same team, but you change up some core elements. You change a lot of things to take away a lot of the typical NRS type of ideas from it, and you make it something entirely new. So this would allow characters that have died in the Injustice universe, like Dick Grayson, or Green Arrow, or Shazam, or Superboy, who was lost in the Phantom Zone in the comics, can actually come back and be a playable character again. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I think this would be a really cool idea. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.